Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome once again to NoDQ&A video. This is episode number 473 here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, ringsidenews.com. Got your questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift. So let's get started today with the first one from Brandon GFYS. Hey Aaron, with Daniel Bryan being out for the minimum of 6 to 8 weeks, possibly more, and Payback being in Chicago of all places, do you see any chance that WWE might possibly make one last push to get CM Punk to return? Keep up the great work and thanks. Here we go with more CM Punk questions. I'm still getting CM Punk questions on a regular basis, but I try to avoid discussing CM Punk because it's just beating a dead horse into the ground. But with Payback coming up in Chicago, it's inevitable that people would be asking and speculating about CM Punk, especially now that Daniel Bryan has gotten hurt, and this would be a good opportunity for CM Punk to step right back into the top in WWE. With that being said, Daniel Bryan getting hurt isn't going to change how CM Punk feels about WWE and being active in WWE as a performer. If CM Punk is burned out, Daniel Bryan getting hurt isn't going to change anything. CM Punk will come back when he is physically and mentally ready to come back. That is the bottom line, and until he says something to the contrary, all we can do at this point is just speculate. He has kept quiet, and as much as it would be cool to see him make his return at Payback and get involved in a big storyline, realistically, I think it's unlikely it's going to happen, that there's no indication that he is ready to come back. Although, if he does come back, obviously he's going to want to keep it a surprise, and anything is possible. I mean, you cannot rule it out completely, but my gut feeling is that he's probably not going to be a Payback, and people should not get their hopes up. One more question here, and then I'll move on. From the Aftershock. If CM Punk did return, how would you book it? Like I said, I would make it a surprise. I would not announce it in advance. I would have some sort of angle, maybe on a pay-per-view, where the WWE title is on the line and a baby face, whether it's Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns, any number of guys. He's in a lot of trouble. You have all the heels coming out and attacking him, and then you have CM Punk's music hit as a big surprise. He comes out, he cleans house, he lays out like 10 different people with the GTS, and he helps the babyface win the match. That would be a huge way to bring him back, and I think that that would get the biggest pop, and it would be something very memorable. That's the way I would do it, and it doesn't matter where you do it. You could have it take place at SummerSlam or Money in the Bank, whatever. I think it would be better to do it at a major pay-per-view, but just having it be a huge surprise and having CM Punk come in and be a key factor in the outcome of the match, that would be the best way to utilize his return if it happens. All right, moving on from CM Punk here. This question comes from WWE P14. Hey Aaron, first time asker. With Brock Lesnar supposedly working the Night of Champions pay-per-view, does this mean he will challenge for the world title or just have a normal feud? Please answer in video, thanks. I've talked about this in previous videos regarding Brock Lesnar. I do expect him to win the world title at some point, just based off of the fact that he did conquer the Undertaker's streak, and I think that you need to go all the way with Brock Lesnar at this point and give him this monster push. But the thing is, if he wins the WWE title at SummerSlam or Night of Champions, then he has to somehow be the WWE champion, I would say, at least until WrestleMania. And how are you going to do that when he's only working 3 or 4 matches a year? That just wouldn't work with him as WWE champion. So if he is to win the WWE title, I think the right timing would be the Royal Rumble. In that case, he should not be competing for the WWE title at SummerSlam or Night of Champions, because he shouldn't be losing, in my opinion. If Brock Lesnar loses another match before next year's WrestleMania, then WWE is absolutely insane. Brock Lesnar should not be doing any jobs, and he should get the WWE title at some point. So whatever they do, I think he should have a big grudge match at SummerSlam, maybe a rematch at Night of Champions or against a different opponent, and then face the WWE Champion at the Royal Rumble, win the title, and then drop it to maybe a Roman Reigns or somebody who is an up-and-coming star at WrestleMania. That's how I would do it, at least. All right, this one comes from Anthony TD35138. Do you see Payback being a horrid pay-per-view? And why is it that the June pay-per-views always end up with negative results? Then WWE tries to promote the entire month towards SummerSlam, which is the setup for the major storylines after. I think that with the Shield versus Evolution, I think that Payback will at least be a average show, maybe even slightly above average. I think that, that match has almost no chance of failing. That should be another tremendous match. As far as Payback and pay-per-views in general around this time being weak, I mean, that's just the way it is usually in WWE. They hit a creative peak between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, and then, things go back to normal, and it's just very average. And then around SummerSlam, they start building up. SummerSlam's always been one of the major shows, and that's when WWE starts picking up creatively. And then after SummerSlam, it goes back to the way it was again. And then it's like that until the Royal Rumble build starts. So, I mean, it's just a cycle in WWE, and, that's just how things work. All right, this one comes from Extreme Prodigy 1. Hey, Aaron, do you think it would be a good idea to bring back Drew McIntyre's Chosen One gimmick? I feel he should be pushed. Please answer in video. There's really no point in doing that. As much as Drew McIntyre probably deserves better, the fact is he has been typecasted as a comedy wrestler now, being part of 3MB for so long. I just don't see anybody taking him seriously again if they gave him a big push. I just don't think people would buy into it. I think that there's a better chance of CM Punk returning than Drew McIntyre getting a push and being credible in the eyes of the fans again. I mean, that's just a realistic situation here. As much as it sucks for him, he's in a spot, and WWE sees him as this comedy lower card wrestler and nothing more. And I just don't see things changing with that, unfortunately for him. All right, this one comes from Craig Humpage 1. Hey, Aaron, did you notice the booing during Daniel Bryan's promo on Raw? I thought his comment, "So that's what it's like to be John Cena," was really funny. But what did you make of this? I think some fans are too emotional sometimes. Please answer in video and keep the videos coming. I thought it was interesting, and I don't know if it means anything in the long term, but it was 1 week coming off that really cheesy angle with Daniel Bryan and Kane and Brie Bella. And, it's possible that there was some backlash, and it damaged Daniel Bryan's character. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I think because of the injury now, people will forget about that angle with Kane. But time will tell when he comes back. I mean, who knows how much damage that angle last week on Raw really did to Daniel Bryan. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know if you can go off of one crowd reaction, but, I mean, a lot of people felt that angle, a good 60% on NoDQ.com when I polled people, thought that angle made Daniel Bryan's character look like a coward. So, I don't think it did him any favors, but I think that because of the injury and because he'll be out of action, when he comes back, people will have forgotten about that angle, and people will welcome him back with open arms. I mean, that's what I'm expecting, but I don't know for sure what's going to happen with Daniel Bryan and how they book him when he returns. All right, this one comes from K Weeks 622. Hey, Aaron, enjoy the show. Do you see WWE picking back up to the disgruntled employees storyline, seeing Alicia Fox's tantrum, Sandal's pipe bomb, Miz's rants from earlier this year, as well as Ziggler, and Zack Ryder's new video, Last Resort? That would actually be a really interesting storyline if WWE did it right. If they did it like it was a group of guys that were frustrated, they got together and they completely hijack Raw or do something devastating like what Nexus did a few years back. It could be an effective angle, and I hate to say it, but even if Drew McIntyre got involved and the storyline was strong enough, maybe, just maybe, there would be a chance that he might be able to be taken seriously again. But honestly, I really don't have enough confidence in WWE's writing team and creative team for this kind of storyline to work in the long term and get all these guys over at a level that they aren't over at right now. So as much as I would like to say it would work and it would do really well, I don't think WWE has the capacity in terms of their creative juices to get it at a level that it would need to be at. All right, that'll do it for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it on Facebook and Twitter. Tell a friend about NoDQ&A video. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the latest regarding Daniel Bryan and the WWE title situation. And check out the other editions of NoDQ&A video. I just posted a video a few days ago about TNA and the future of the company, if there is a future, as well as Kurt Angle's latest injury and what his future will be. So check out that video, and I will see you guys next time for more NoDQ&A video.